Hello, everyone. How are you doing?
Good.
Awesome.
Alright, we are on our 8th and final group. Actually, hard to believe it's almost over. It's been wonderful. No more being bored. I want to make sure silence all cell phones and there's no food or drink inside the auditorium. Another little throw, make sure you fill out the swipe card outside there, and we'll drop some freestyle. Alright, we have our 8th group, and they're performing Flowers of Algernon.
His name is Charlie Gordon. He's 25, about 5'10", rather nice looking, brown hair and eyes, and he's mentally challenged.
Did you bring him with you, Miss Kinnian?
Burt took him up to the lab.
Oh, do you happen to know his IQ?
68.
How did you meet him?
He came to a class that I teach for mentally challenged adults. When he came, he couldn't read or write, but he brought a newspaper thinking he could read it on his way home.
Our subject must read and write, Miss Kinnian. We need him to keep a journal of his reactions.
Oh, he can now, Professor, at about a 3rd grade level. But he's so anxious, so eager to learn. That's why I wrote to you when I heard about this project.
Does he have any family?
If he does, he's lost track of them. His mother put him in an institution years ago. You see, the lady that owns the bakery took him out and gave him a job. Exactly what kind of operation is this?
It's very new.
So far, we've only done it with mice.
Mice?
But it's been very successful. There's a mouse in the lab now. My lab technician calls him Algernon, whose intelligence has increased threefold and is still growing.
Can you explain it? The operation to me?
It's too complicated for a layman to understand.
Put very simply, we remove the damaged portion of the brain by surgery. Then, by chemical injection, we revitalize the remaining brain protein tissues, permitting it to grow brain proteins at a supernormal rate.
You're right. It's too complicated for a layman to understand.
If it's successful, the operation should increase the patient's mental capacity, perhaps to the level of a genius. And we think it would happen very rapidly.
Genius? And he'll stay that way permanently?
We have every reason to believe so.
What happens if the operation isn't a success?
There may be no effect at all, or his intelligence might improve temporarily, or it may make him worse.
What would happen then?
Miss Kinnian, we wouldn't proceed with this operation if we weren't reasonably sure of success. However, we are aware of the possibility of failure, and we've already made arrangements to ensure his future in that event.
Perhaps I shouldn't have brought Charlie here.
Miss Kitty, there is inevitably some dangers in exploring new fields, but if we succeed, he will have more than a new life. He will have a life. And even if we fail, he will have made a greater contribution to mankind most normal people can ever hope to accomplish.
I hope I'm doing the right thing.
Just make yourself comfortable, Charlie.
Oh, you want me to open up my mouth and say, ah?
Now, why would I want that?
Oh, you're a doctor. They said, open up your mouth and say, ah.
I'm not a doctor, Charlie.
Oh, you wear a white coat.
Well, that's because I work in a laboratory. Now, just relax.
It hurt when they say, relax.
There's nothing to be scared of, Charlie.
I know. I got my lucky rabbit's foot.
That's great. Okay, we're just gonna run some tests on you.
Oh, I always failed tests, you know, in school.
Well, this is different. It's called a Rorschach test.
Rorschach?
Sure. Look at this card, Charlie. Tell me what you see. People see all kinds of things in these pictures. Tell me what it makes you think.
I think somebody spilled ink on a card.
No, Charlie. Look at this one. Imagine there's an image of some sort. Pretend there's something there.
Oh, I pretend. I pretend.
Yes.
I pretend that somebody spilled a bottle of red ink all over a white card.
All right, let's try the other one. Charlie, this is a maze.
Oh, I don't see no pictures.
No, it's not a test. It's sort of a race. You see, a mouse starts here. He goes through all these little alleys and all the little holes until he gets to here. Then a bell rings and he gets a prize, some cheese.
No way a mouse find all them holes.
Charlie, this is Algernon.
Oh, hiya.
raise him?
Oh, I don't think I could fit in there.
That's not the way it works, Charlie. Here, take this. This layout is the same as Algernon's piece. You start here, go all the way through the maze, and end here, without going through the walls.
And who gets the end first wins? Right. But I don't like cheese.
It's all right, just to see who wins.
Okay.
On your marks, get set, go.
I can't.
Go back, find the way.
Here. I didn't know mice was so smart.
Well, this one's had a lot of advantages.
Does that mean I don't get the operation because I lost?
No, Charlie, it's just to test your perception.
Oh, because I want that. I want that operation. I want to be smart. I could watch Algernon every day, and maybe I'm not that fast at first, but I know I can do it.
Physically, he's fine. Mentally, too soon to tell.
Hello, Miss Kinnian. I had the operation. It didn't hurt because they done it while I was sleeping, but I don't think I'm smart yet.
That's not the way it works, Charlie. You have to work very hard to get smart.
Oh, I thought I'd be smart right away. Then I could go back to the bakery and talk smart things with my friends about how the president makes dumb mistakes and all. And when you're smart, you have lots of friends and you don't go home lonely all the time.
You will, Charlie, in time. Now see, we brought you a present.
Oh, gee, thanks. What is it?
It's a notebook, and every day we want you to write in it.
Write what?
We'll call it a progress report.
Progress report?
No, progress report. I want you to put the date on the top, like all the things you think, feel, and remember from the past, every day.
I don't remember so good.
Do the best you can, Charlie. It's very important. By reading this, we know what's going on inside your mind.
I don't know what's going on inside my mind, so how can you?
Just take our word for it and just do it.
Okay. Can I go back to work now?
I think so, in a few days.
And Charlie, we're going to loan you a teaching machine.
Machine? If I'm going to be teach, I want to go back to Miss Kinnian's class.
I'll be coming back to teach you specially, Charlie.
Really? When?
Soon. But I have to get back.
Anyway, meanwhile, you'll use the machine. It works something like a TV set. Shows pictures and it talks. I want you to put it on just before you go to sleep every night.
You're kidding me. Why should I turn it on before I go to sleep?
Because we said so.
Why? What's it gonna do?
Charlie, just do as we ask.
No, explain me why.
He's beginning to question authority.
Charlie, this machine can do many things for your mind. It'll teach you things while you're sleeping. And when you fall asleep, it'll make you have dreams. It'll make you remember things from your past.
What good is getting smart when I'm asleep? I want to be smart when I'm awake.
Charlie, you have two minds, the conscious and the subconscious. While you're awake, it will teach your conscious mind. And while you're sleeping, it will stir up memories in your subconscious.
If I gotta get smart for two minds, I'll never get smart.
Charlie, you're getting smarter all the time, but it's moving so slowly right now, you can hardly see it, like the hour hand on a clock. But it's moving. Soon, you'll be a very intelligent young man, Charlie.
And use the machine.
2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8.
I used to watch the late movies, and
2
they were
times
more
5
interesting than
is
you.
10. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 7 is 14.
How am I gonna get any
2
sleep
times
when you
8
yell at me
is
all
16.
night?
What's so funny?
It's his progress report for April 9th. It was the day I gave him a punctuation lesson, and there's a comma after every word.
His progress is remarkable, though. It really is. His IQ's well over 100. I really think he'll reach 150 in just a few weeks.
He's going so quickly. I've got him reading novels, history, and his arithmetic is almost high school level. I think in a few weeks we can even start a foreign language. But there's gonna be a problem when he reaches college level. What's that? Me? I don't think I can keep ahead of him.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. It would be a pity, though. He's very fond of you. You're almost like a mother to him.
If I'd wanted to be a mother professor, I would have married and become a mother.
Miss Kinnian, I did it! I beat Algernon!
That's wonderful.
I didn't even know I beat him until Burt told me. Then I got so excited I lost. But then I beat him 8 times in a row.
That's excellent news, Charlie.
I must be getting smart to beat a smart mouse like that.
Well, of course you are, Charlie.
Then Burt let me hold him. I felt bad that I beat him. I wanted to make friends, so I tried feeding him, but Burt wouldn't let me.
Algernon is a special mouse. When he wants to eat, he has to solve a new problem again.
Would you like to have to pass a test every time you got hungry?
Me? I have a PhD.
How's everything else going, Charlie?
Oh, it's well. I got an advance at the bakery.
I know, I read your reports.
You read them?
Yes, to help me see how you're getting on.
It's funny, I keep writing them and never once do I think anyone's reading them, or you.
Does that bother you?
Well, it's like I write everything I think and do throughout the day. Maybe some things I wouldn't want you to know.
You don't have to be ashamed of anything, Charlie. You're a fine man. You're going to show them all someday.
Show them what?
Oh, I guess I mean, for a person God gave so little to, you've accomplished more than people that have always had brains and never really used them. Just don't be ashamed when you find out everybody isn't as nice or as smart as you think they are.
Oh, people are nice, Miss Kinnian. You and Dr. Strauss and Professor Nemur and my friends at the bakery. They're smart and they're nice. Nobody ever did anything that wasn't nice.
Try the books, Charlie. We'll stop for now.
Is something wrong?
No, there's something in my eye.
Oh, okay.
April 15th. Miss Kinnian is a nice lady. Like my mother used to be, I think. I remember my mother told me to be good and always be friendly, but be careful because some people don't understand, and they might think you were making trouble.
Oh, well, hello there, Charlie. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm good. I set up the mixing machines at the bakery in a new way so it speeds up production. Mrs. Donor was very pleased. She gave me $50 as a bonus, as well as a $10 raise. But why don't I enjoy working there anymore, Doctor?
Why? You tell me.
I don't know. They ignore me. No, it's more than that. Joe, Frank, they're hostile towards me. They're supposed to be my friends. You'd think they'd be happy for me.
The more intelligent you become, the more problems you're going to have.
Why didn't you tell me that before the operation?
Would you have understood? How are your studies going?
Fine, the Russian and the ancient history. I just about finished calculus. Well, it did take me about 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Well, you've hardly had any time to dream.
Oh, but I do. I don't think there's a moment of sleep where I don't dream.
About what?
Well, last night about my mother. Something to do with a girlfriend of my sister's. She said, if you ever go near a girl, I'll put you in a cage for the rest of your life. Is that why I can't ask Miss Kim? Can't ask Alice for a date?
I don't know. Is it?
You're the doctor.
You're gonna have to figure that out for yourself.
I did it. I asked Miss Kinnian for a date, and she did it. She said yes. We're going to a concert in the park.
This is fine, Charlie.
Oh, shouldn't we be closer?
This is fine, Charlie. Why are you so edgy?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, what's that they're playing?
Nemur. He's a French composer who lived...
Please, school lets out at 3.
I'm sorry, it's just, I'm so proud of you. You're accomplishing a lifetime in just a few weeks. I just hope to God you don't get hurt.
I couldn't be any worse off than I was before. Algernon's still intelligent, and as long as he's up there, I'm good, at least intellectually.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing. Nemur's positive nothing can go wrong.
I sure hope so. I feel responsible.
I wouldn't have done it but for you.
Did I do the right thing?
Of course you did, Miss Kinnian. Alice. Alice, I like you very much.
I like you too, Charlie.
Alice, why can't I put into words the way I truly feel?
No, Charlie. Not yet.
Why can't I trust myself to say I
shouldn't have come here. I have no right to put this on a personal level. You've got obligations, Charlie. Not only to Dr. Strauss and Professor Nemur, but to the millions who may follow after you.
But I'm not something in a test tube. I'm a man, 25 years old, and I must be able to love.
Wait, Charlie. Finish your studies. You're changing too fast.
My feelings for you won't change because I'm becoming more intelligent.
You're changing emotionally, too. Up to now, I've been your teacher. You're bound to think you're in love with me.
You're saying that little boys always fall in love with their teacher. And emotionally, I'm still a little boy.
That's not what I said.
Then what?
Charlie, don't push me. Every week you're a new person. You gotta think of me, too.
But, Alex, look at me. Are you pretending I'm not even here?
No. I'm pretending I don't care that you're here.
Now that I'm smart, I don't understand people at all. Alice hasn't wanted to talk to me since that night at the concert inn. And Mrs. Donor, she fired me from my job at the bakery. She said she didn't want to, but she had to. The guys, I scared them. If they put Algernon back in the big cage with other mice, what would happen to him? Nemur and Strauss are taking me to some big science convention tomorrow. I'm so angry about it. Why don't they just say, step right up and see the white mouse and the performing moron?
When Charlie came to us, he was outside of society, without friends or family, without the mental equipment to live a normal life. No past, no contact with the present, no hope for the future. It might be said Charlie Gordon didn't really exist before this experiment. Now, may I present my colleagues, Professor Harold Nemur and Helga von Kreb.
Thank you, thank you.
How dare you? I'm a human being, a person, with parents and family and a history, and I was before you wheeled me into that operating room.
But has the mouse retained his new mental capacity with no variation?
Well, not exactly. At the peak of his intelligence so far, Algernon still occasionally varies. Sometimes he refuses to work, other times he'll solve a problem, but instead of taking his prize, he'll throw himself against this wall of the maze.
Why wasn't I told this? It's very important.
But we believe that this behavior is unique to Algernon alone, as it has never occurred in any of our other mice.
But the other mice never reached his level of intelligence or Helga's long.
Not now, Charlie.
So, we have every reason to believe that Algernon's cure and Charlie's will be permanent.
But how would we determine that, Professor?
By statistical evaluations based on earlier experiments. Normally, dull mice made normally intelligent retained this condition for their lifespan. The only difference being that in Algernon's case, we were vastly more successful. And Charlie's intelligence has increased to a genius level.
That doesn't prove anything. Your conclusions are premature.
What do you mean?
Oh, well, it's one thing to hold a minor increase in intelligence for the lifespan, but in the case where intelligence has been drastically increased, the waiting period must be extended. We've gone up faster, so we may go down faster, way before the end of lifespan.
Now, in place of a feeble-minded shell, a burden on society would fear his irresponsible behavior. We now have a man of dignity and sensitivity that is ready to take his place as a contributing member of society.
You don't really know if Algernon's intelligence and mine are permanent, do you?
I'm not sure. We may have presented too soon. What you say, you may have spotted a mistake.
Sorry, Doctor. It's just my superior intelligence.
Now, I should like you all to hear a few words from Charlie Gordon.
You can hear a few words, but I believe you'd like to hear them privately.
I believe that this meeting is adjourned.
I've decided, gentlemen, lady, that I want to become a staff member. I want to be a part of this project.
That's outrageous. May I remind you that you are the patient and not the doctor.
And you doctors have done your work well. Then may I remind you that I'm smarter than you are now.
He's right.
And God knows I'm motivated. Who else can figure out what's wrong with Algernon? And me.
Very well, you may assist.
I want to get to work as quickly as... What plans have been made for me?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm a member of the staff now. I have a right to know everything that pertains to the experiment, and that includes my future.
It's arranged, but don't even think about that right now.
What happens to me if I regress? Will I go back to what I was?
We have the highest hopes of permanence. We still do. We definitely do.
Answer me.
If the experiment fails, there's no way of knowing whether you will go back to the same mental level. Experience after the operation may leave a mark on you. Emotional disturbance. There might even be a regression to an even more primitive level of function.
That's really letting me have it.
You wanted it.
I did. So, what happens to me then, in that case?
You'll be taken care of. How? It's arranged.
Tell me
The
how.
Foundation has arranged to send you to Warren State Home and Training School.
Warren? That's where my mother sent me.
Charlie, I've been waiting at the lab since noon.
I left at 11.
So you know about Algernon.
I know that he's refusing to eat. I know that Burt is force-feeding him with an eyedropper. I know as I saw him squirming under those little bands, I felt my own arms and legs were bound. And I know. Gotta stop identifying myself with them.
Where were you all day?
Well, I mustn't put off till tomorrow what may happen to you tomorrow. I went to Warren State Home.
How was it? Warren,
Practically a country club.
don't be sarcastic.
They're devoted to their patients. They really are. They try their best. There's no bars on the windows except for the violent patients. And, well, they teach the higher level ones woodworking, and the less fortunate ones, they feed bottle them. But no one spoke of rehabilitation. No one spoke of hope.
Charlie,
The feeling was living death.
Charlie, let me do something. There's still time and I want to spend it with you.
No, you can't. Charlie won't let you. Not me, the other Charlie. The one on the inside, who may be on the outside very soon. I don't want anyone coming around feeling sorry for me. I'm falling apart and I can't let you watch. Alice, I don't regret the experiment.
Neither do I.
I can't believe any human being can work on this level, at this pace.
It's all brilliant work, of course, but do you understand it?
It'll take science 40 years to understand what Charlie is telling us this time.
It's Algernon. What do you think? Found him laying in the corner of his cage, on his side, as if he was running in his sleep.
There should be a dissection.
I did it. Didn't want anyone else. His brain's decreased in weight compared to a normal brain. There's been a smoothing out of the cerebral convulsions as well as a deepening and broadening of the brain fissures.
You'll talk about the report?
Is that all you care about? The same thing's happening inside me.
Of course we're concerned, Charlie, but
But we must consider our work too, and you should feel some gratitude to us. You are in debt to us in more ways than one.
Gratitude? Since when is the guinea pig supposed to be grateful?
Charlie, tell me this, Charlie. Do you think you were better off before you came here?
In some ways, yes. Nobody here cares about me. Me, Charlie Gordon, whether he's a moron or a genius, except for insofar as it affects your work. Well, I've served your purposes, and now I'm trying to fix your mistakes. But don't ask me for gratitude.
We have done everything we could for you.
Except for treat me like a human being. I'm a person now, and so was Charlie before he went into that lab. Oh, but you think a person with an IQ of less than 100 is... like we don't matter, but we do.
We wanted the reports because you are the only one that can do this. We need it because it may help other Charlie Gordons, and we still ask for them. Even though you're acting like an arrogant, self-centered ingrate!
What I said? I said something wrong? My mom always taught me to be nice to people because that way you have lots of friends and you don't get into trouble all the time.
Oh my God.
Burt, get the report!
Come on, Charlie, I'll take you home.
I'm fine.
What are you going to do?
I want to bury Algernon. I don't want to put him in the incinerator. I'll go home and mail the report. I don't want to come back here.
We understand.
No, you couldn't. We just don't belong on the same level anymore. Passed your floor on the way up, and now I'm passing on the way down. I don't think I'll be taking this same elevator again. I'm afraid not of life or death or nothingness, but of wasting it as if I'd never been.
The Algernon by Charles Gordon. This simple hypothesis here proved may be summarized by the following terms. Artificially induced intelligence deteriorates at a rate of time directly proportional to the quantity of increase.
I'm sorry that my own contribution to this experiment must rest upon the ashes of the work of this staff, and especially those who have done so much for me. Signed, Charles Gordon.
Charlie, let me in. I have to see you.
Don't want to see nobody.
Charlie, we want you to come down to the clinic. Charlie!
Johnny, you want to see it here. He went away for good. September 21st. I did a dumb thing today. I forgot I wasn't in Miss Kinnian's class anymore. So I sat in my old seat and I said, "Hello, Miss Kinnian. I'm here for the lesson, only I lost the book we was using." And Miss Kinnian, she looked at me funny and started to cry. "Isn't that funny?" And ran out. Then I remember I was operated on and I got smart and I said, "Holy smoke, I pulled a real Charlie Gordon." That's why I'm going away for good, to warn Statesman. I don't want anyone coming around feeling sorry for me. I don't know why I'm dumb again or what I did wrong. Maybe I didn't try hard enough or someone put the evil eye on me. But I got a new rabbit's foot and I got some books. And even if I can't read, maybe I'll get a little smarter than before the operation. Goodbye, Miss Kinnian and Dr. Strauss and everybody. Your friend, Charlie Gordon.